What's up, everyone that is watching this? This is a True Voice, and today we're gonna talk about something that I've been procrastinating for a while. We're gonna talk about elderly people versus technology. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so here's the key. Here's the thing, okay? The reason why I want to make this video, or the thing that reminded me that I wanted to make this video, is because the other day, meaning 2 days ago, I heard a lady say, I was in a meeting, and they said, like, you know what? Don't say anything about elderly people or old people, because you will be there. You will be there one day, you know. So it is okay. And we were talking about technology specifically, about using a computer, a cell phone, a smartphone, and an iPad, tablets, and things like that. And it's like elderly people need a lot of help, and you will be there. So you don't understand it, you'll be there. And everyone in the room at that moment said, yeah, you're right, we'll be there, we're gonna be, you're right. And at that moment, you guys kind of already know me, so I raised my hand, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I think there's a huge misconception about this topic. I believe that a lot of people say that because somebody is an elderly person, or is an older person, a more mature person, or is just an old person, they have no way to know how to use a computer, no way to know how to use a smartphone technology, period. And I said, here's what I think about the topic, and I really want to share this with you guys because I want to know your opinion about it. And at this moment, my disclaimer is that half of the subscribers will be gone because they will get offended. I apologize. But the reason why the channel is called The True Voice is because we talk the truth about everything. So this is the truth, in my opinion, at least. Okay. 20 years ago, my mom is watching this. So, Mom, if you're watching this, I'm glad that you don't speak English because I'm about to offend you. I love you, though. Okay? So, here's the thing. 20 years ago, my mom said, like, I don't want to use a computer. I don't need a computer. Oh, that's for the young people. Well, here's the thing. That's fine. You're not required to learn how to use a computer. But you're making a decision. In every decision that we make in our lives, what happens? I always teach my kids this. This is something very simple, very basic. Make a decision, and then there's going to be good consequences or bad consequences. And you're going to have to learn to live with them. That's life. That's just how life is. So 20 years ago, my mom made the decision that she refused, she did absolutely decline to touch a freaking computer just to learn how to use email. Well, 10 years after that, circumstances of life was that I wasn't living close by, and the only way to communicate was through email. So, guess what? You didn't know. Oh, sorry, my nose is itching. What was I talking about? Okay, so she made the decision 20 years ago. 10 years later, she didn't know how to use a computer. And she had to figure out a way. She had to go to, in Spain, in Barcelona, we have these little things, these little shops that you pay a fee and then you have internet connection on a computer. So she went there and started getting classes, or sort of like the guy that worked there kind of started teaching her how to open the browser, how to put www at hotmail.com. I know, right? Hotmail. Who has a Hotmail email? If you do, I'm sorry. Don't get offended. Gmail is just better, I think. So here's the thing. Somehow she figured out a way to push herself into emailing people, okay? Just because she really wanted to get a hold of me. So what my point is, if we're talking about all the old people, because if we justify them the fact that they don't know how to use a computer, a smartphone, or technology in general, I think that like we are doing how can I say this? We're lying to ourselves. We're lying to everybody. It's not my problem that you didn't have the desire to learn how to use a computer. Technology is a continuous flow of knowledge, right? This year, the phone I'm recording this video with next year, this phone that I'm recording the video with, which is an LG G5, it will be obsolete. Something better will come up, and then something better, something better, something better, something better. That's just how life is. But life has always been that way. There was a time when not everybody knew how to read. I'm talking about just reading a book. Just grabbing a book and just reading. Some people that refuse. They just didn't want to read. Oh, why? The reading is for rich people. Oh, reading is for, I'm just too old for that. I'm just too blah, 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 blah. I believe that all people use way too many excuses. And then, when the consequences arrive, they justify themselves with their age. Well, you're older. You're not retarded. Right? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend again anybody, but I believe that in our society, the elderly people, the older people, should actually be the ones that know more about technology than anybody else. Why? Because they were there at the beginning of everything. They were there when the first computer was created, when the first cell phone was created, when we could go to the rotary phones, when we went to cell phones, the first like StarTech, Motorola, huge phones that like, hi mom. Can you hear me? Like, they were there during all those days. I wasn't there. I had to go and look for the knowledge. I had the desire to learn. Yes, it was easier. There was internet. Believe it or not, I'm not that old. There was the internet. There were books. There always been books. And above all, I had the desire to learn. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to absorb as much stuff as I possibly could. As a result of that, I was able to build my first computer when I was 10. I just bought pieces together, kind of like a Lego, just put them in there all together. And I'll explain to you guys this story later about it. I was not able to get it to work the first day. But eventually I got it to work. So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of old people use technology, not able to use technology as an excuse not to use it. I believe that if you have the desire to learn how to do something, then you can do it. You can learn it. There's absolutely no reason, excuse in this century to go to a library. Who goes to a library? I go to Google, but it's okay. To go to a library, grab a book about how to use a computer, how to set up an email, how to use a smartphone. There's books about like a smartphone for dummies, Facebook for dummies. They made millions of dollars. They just keep things very simple, very basic. You learn how to use email. Eventually, you learn how to use Google. You learn how to use Google. Maybe you can watch a YouTube video. Maybe you learn about YouTube. You learn how about YouTube. Maybe you start learning about how to create a website or how to create your own YouTube channel. What I'm trying to say is that we live in a society where we think that it's okay to be ignorant. When we think that it's okay not to have dreams, goals, motivation. We don't find the motivation. We hide inside our own selves because it's comfortable. It's okay. I feel warm and fuzzy and it's good just to be in my comfort zone. That's right. That's fine. You can do that. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. We're in a free country still. Last time I check. All depends if Hillary wins. I'm just kidding. Or Trump. I don't know. Oh man, that's a different topic. I don't want to talk about that right now. But the thing is this. We live in a society where it's okay to be an ignorant. And I believe that this is going to sound pretty horrible, but again, this is a true voice. We got to talk about these things, right? Well, 20 years from now, all these old people will be dead. And when they die, their ignorance will die with them. Not completely. There's always going to be ignorant, unmotivated people out there. But our society, the knowledge in general, there's more kids that can run on freaking iPad, an iPhone, and a smartphone. And the only reason why is because they are not afraid to touch the freaking device. They just grab the phone, grab the device, and start messing with it, making as many mistakes as they can. But who cares? They're kids. They don't care anything. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I'll break it, so what? Mommy, daddy will have to spend $500 to fix it. Anyway, but we live in a society where more people are willing to have the desire to learn, just to get knowledge, just to learn how to use a phone. It's just a phone, a computer, an email. It doesn't matter. So going back again to the beginning of the video, the concept of I'm old, you will get there True, I will get there. But when I am there, I can guarantee you and I promise you, I will know more about technology than you do. More than a 2-year-old does. Why? Because every time that something new comes up, I go immediately and grab it and like a bulldog, I learn everything I possibly can from it and I move on. And I have the financials, I have the mind. A 2-year-old doesn't have the money to go and buy in a store a new toy. You just don't have the money. The mom and dad will have to do it, but they won't have the money for a few years to come. When a grown-up should be the most wisest, the most alpha male out there because they are older and they have experience. Well, what do you think? Put your comments in the section below and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And for everybody that I have offended and is leaving the channel, I am very sorry. But at the same time, I'm not, because this is the truth and this is the true voice. And give me a thumbs up. Don't forget about that and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.